Watch and burn.
Hey everyone, so tonight I wanted to talk about Wim Mertens' Struggle for Pleasure, the 8-song EP. Is that 8 songs? No, it's actually the 6-song EP that he released way back when in the early 80s, and this was sort of like the EP that shot him to fame because of the reasonable success and the incredible catchiness of the track Struggle for Pleasure. I'm gonna make this quick because I don't love this EP. I don't love the re-release because I have it here. This is the double disc, and I believe the double entendre, I'm going to review that separately. But as far as the Struggle for Pleasure disc is concerned, there's a handful of extra songs. Some of them are very well known, like Four Mains, as well as, close covers on here. And Energies is on here as well. But I have always felt that this EP, at least up until Gentlemen of Leisure, which is, Gentlemen of Leisure, track 6 on the original EP, that this was just created because of how catchy Struggle for Pleasure was, and it was almost like he had to anchor more tracks around it, because I do find the rest of the tracks, they're good, but they're not nearly as strong as Struggle for Pleasure, and it comes through loud and clear. Now, I will argue that writing a number of songs as strong as Struggle for Pleasure and putting them all out at once, that's a tall order. I don't think many people, no matter how talented they are, would be able to pull that one off. But it still feels like the rest of the songs are only there because he needed more songs to put out with Struggle for Pleasure as like a proper EP. And they're good and they're fun. I mean, Close Cover's on there, and that would go on to be one of his like best known songs live. And I really like Close Cover, but not as much as I love Struggle for Pleasure. It's like one of the catchiest songs I've ever heard, and I love how it just keeps building and building and building and getting wilder and wilder and more intense and more intense. And I just don't find that happening with the rest of the tracks on this EP, as well as the additional, I believe, 6 songs. Yeah, the additional 6 songs that are on the Struggle for Pleasure re-release here. They can't match up to the strength of the track Struggle for Pleasure, and I get that. That's asking a lot. It's a lot along the lines with how people keep bashing Danzig's newer stuff because they expect him to replicate what he was able to do with Danzig 1 through 4, and that's asking a lot. And I think the same thing is going on here with this, being able to write a bunch of songs as fun and as compositionally sound and catchy and meaningful and remarkably memorable as Struggle for Pleasure is practically impossible. And I do like the rest of the EP, but not as much as the track Struggle for Pleasure. And maybe that's on me. I'm sure there's a lot of people out here that feel differently about this, but the rest of it just can't live up to Struggle for Pleasure. So I'm going to stop now because I'll just keep saying that over and over again. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I discussed Wim Mertens' Struggle for Pleasure EP, released way back in the early 80s. If you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.